Happy New Year! Michael Swaim here filling in for Nars, and on today's Daily Fix, we've got your Xbox Game Pass picks for January, and it's a doozy of a month. Dataminers have apparently unearthed a deleted mid-credits Halo Infinite cutscene, and Halo's lead designer jumps ship. It's a riot. Let's do this thing. Yes, it's a new year and a new month, and that can only mean one thing. Xbox Game Pass subscribers are getting their hands on another stellar lineup of games for January 2022. Speaking of stellar, the big headliner of the new batch has got to be Mass Effect Legendary Edition, BioWare's critically acclaimed space opera, which will become available for console and PC users as part of EA Play, included alongside Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass memberships. The saga will hit the service on January 6th. The Legendary Edition includes all the single-player content from each of the first 3 Mass Effect games alongside over 40 DLC expansions to boot, except for the Pinnacle Station DLC because BioWare can't find the source code. No, that's not a joke. There's also some new weapons and armors, and the game, of course, features remastered and optimized visuals in 4K. Mass Effect in particular has gotten a major facelift, with the combat system revitalized as well as some improvements to the UI and third-person camera. Other games hitting the subscription service this January include Outer Wilds, Spelunky 2, The Pedestrian, Gorogoa, Olia, and more. And that's not all. Xbox tends to announce a second wave of games in the latter part of each month, so there's likely more to come. But for now, this is certainly a decent start to the year. Of course, with the turning of the months, some games must go. Leaving Game Pass on January 15th are Desperados 3, Kingdom Hearts 3, Ghost of a Tale, Mount & Blade Warband, Pandemic, and Yik, a postmodern RPG. So if you've still got your eye on any of those, maybe give them a playthrough this week or next before time runs out. I believe in you. You can do this. You can play video games. Microsoft is currently offering 3 months of Xbox Game Pass for PC for only $1. Both first-time and past subscribers are eligible for the deal, and now there's even a trick to convert those 3 months of Xbox Game Pass for PC into 4 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. This requires you to pay for an additional month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which means new subscribers will pay a total of $2 for 4 months of Ultimate, while those who have subscribed in the past and are currently not subscribed are eligible to pay a total of $15.99 for 4 months of Ultimate. To make the deal work for yourself, just sign up for Xbox Game Pass for PC, then upgrade to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and bingo, you're in. Either $2 or $16 the poorer. Not too shabby for a third of the new year. And it looks like it's gonna be an all Xbox episode, people, because next up, a deleted mid-credits cutscene from Halo Infinite has seemingly been unearthed by dataminers, and fans are already busy trying to figure out what it could mean for the future of Halo's story. As shared on YouTube, GameCheat13 posted the cutscene, which was seemingly meant to play out after the end of the game's single-player campaign, but before the post-credits scene that actually made it into the final version. And while the cutscene is officially no longer part of Halo's storyline, this could be considered a potential spoiler, so proceed with caution. During the brief clip, the cinematic shows pilot Fernando Esparza asleep at the helm of the Pelican, before being swiftly awakened by an incoming signal. Upon hearing the call to action, a stunned-looking Esparza calls in Master Chief to share his discovery. "Chief," says the pilot, "you're not gonna believe this." Okay, good start. Following the announcement, the incoming signal sounds the words UNSC tag detected, designation friend. But perhaps disappointingly, we're never shown what it is they're looking at, and it currently isn't clear as to why the mid-credits scene would have been removed from the end of Halo Infinite or to what it refers. The fact the scene was removed from the final game, of course, hasn't stopped fans from theorizing about who might have been on the other end of that signal. Hopeful members of the community discussing theories in the video's comments section raised a number of potential fan favorites that they'd like to see back in the fold. Ideas like the Arbiter, the UNSC ship Spirit of Fire, carrier of Red Team, or even other Spartans like Jameson Locke have all been thrown around. Some have even guessed the clip might have been a cheeky way for Chief to make contact with your own Halo Infinite multiplayer character to be used in the delayed co-op campaign. Well, it isn't clear yet whether 343 intends to follow up on the cut footage. Halo Infinite itself, of course, includes a canon post-credits cutscene that hints at the possible future direction of the franchise. We won't spoil that scene for those who haven't finished the single-player campaign yet, but if you'd like to see the deleted mid-credits cinematic without me jabbering over it, you can do so over at IGN or on IGN's YouTube channel. Infinite Halo news abounds, but it doesn't all involve Master Chief being reunited with an ally. In fact, Halo Infinite's lead narrative designer Aaron Lind has just announced that he's leaving 343 Industries and joining Riot Games. Lind announced the news via Twitter in a tongue-in-cheek video riffing on the next episode bookends of Neon Genesis Evangelion. He said, quote, "Bittersweet news to report. I'm departing 343 Industries to pursue a new opportunity in 2022. It was a terrifically difficult decision. Halo Infinite will remain one of the proudest achievements of my career for the rest of my life. I'm so grateful to have been a part of it. I want to thank my dear colleagues at 343 for making the best game I've ever worked on, our incredible voice cast for elevating our work in every single line delivery, and our players for joining us on this wild-ass journey. You made 2021 an incredibly special year for me." Lind is grapple-shotting his own wild ass over to Riot Games' Research and Development Division, where the company workshops new game ideas. Riot released 2 new games late last year, The Ruined King and Hextech Mayhem, and similarly revealed future projects like Convergence and Song of Nunu. Lind wrote story content for Gears of War 3, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, and he served as lead writer on Gearbox's Battleborn, then worked as a narrative designer on Guild Wars 2 Living World before joining Bungie as a writer on Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, and then 343 Industries in 2019. So wherever he goes next, good things are bound to happen. And that is all your Xbox news for today, and indeed the entirety of your daily fix. For more gaming news not related to Xbox, as well as the latest in entertainment and science sometimes for some reason, head over to IGN.com or subscribe to IGN on YouTube. Remember to check back tomorrow for another daily fix with your regular host, Nars. See you then, IGN.
Chief. You're not going to believe this.
UNSC tag detected. Designation